Hey all, Tom Moran here from Tom's Big Spiders. Just first of all, a disclaimer, this video will actually not feature any spiders. So for those of you looking to see some beautiful spiders, which is what I feature 99.9% of the time on my channel, unfortunately there won't be any in this one. I did try to catch some at the end, but I really didn't have much luck for it. This one's a review. I haven't done one of these in a while, and I did want to do a proper review for this product because I've been using it for several months now, and I really like it. And every time I feature one of these in a video, I get a bunch of people asking me where they can get them. So if you are not interested in Terra replacement tops, you can stop the video now, just walk away. I don't want people to think I'm trying to force something on them. Again, when I do a video like this, it means I found something that I enjoy using, that I spend my personal money on, and I think others might enjoy it as well. I will eventually in the future do something along the lines of a do-it-yourself video to show how to replace the screen tops in the Terra Nanos, because I have done that many times in the past and may still do it at some point in the future. Just right now I don't have all the time in the world, so these are incredibly convenient for me. So enough with the disclaimer. Let's learn a little bit about C&M Terrarium's replacement tops for the Terras. All right, this one is long overdue. Back in February of 2021, I got contacted by Susan from C&M Terrariums, who had heard a podcast where I was complaining about not having the time to swap out the screens from my Terras. As most people know that watch my channel, I always take the screen out because tarantulas can get their toe claws caught in it. It can be a hazard, and I've even had it happen recently to an arboreal species. So I know it's not something that happens all the time, but it does pose a risk to tarantulas, so I always swap it out. Anyway, it can be very time consuming and something I just haven't had really the time or energy to do later. Anyway, so the reason she was contacting me is her company had basically designed some 3D printed tops, replacement tops for the Terras. She wanted to know if I wanted to try them out, so I picked up some. She actually sent me a couple freebies, and I planned on doing a video on them because I really like them, and I think a lot of people out there would find them to be incredibly useful, but I was in such a spot that I kept putting them together, using them, and forgetting to record the video. So I never got a chance. I ended up using them all before I shot a video. So I did just order more, and now we're going to do a little unboxing, show what these things are about. And again, for those who are the do-it-yourself type or those who don't want to spend a lot of money, totally get it. This isn't for you. You can probably skip the rest of the video. I'm not trying to convince people to buy this. There's always, every time I do one of these reviews, somebody gets uptight about it because they think I'm trying to get people to buy. I'm not. I'm showing people what's out there, and I'm showing them what I'm using and spending my own money on. So what's worth it for me may not be worth it for somebody else, and I totally understand that. But for those who are sick of doing the cutting the screens out of them, this could be something that is good for you. So let's open this box up so I can show what these things look like. Try not to cut myself with doing it. I was going to have Billy on this one, but I think for this type of video, it's better to just have them, the camera, stationary. So here's what we got. These are the actual frames. These will go together. I love puzzles too, I got to admit it. I'm kind of a puzzle person. I like 3D puzzles and stuff, so I kind of get a kick out of putting these together. Let's just move these over here. More of them. The actual vents, you can see here, they're all laser printed. There they go, they're showing up. These are the little pegs that hold everything together. Oh boy, I'm gonna have some fun putting these together later. And more pegs. And then this is one of the pre-assembled Terra Nanos. The little ones, I love these. They have made it so much easier to use the Terras, and I will at the end of this include some pictures or some video of the actual tops in place. It has just made my life, and again, it comes down to what's worth it for you. For years, I've replaced them myself. I bought the plexiglass, drilled the plexiglass out, put it in. I still may do that for some in the future. It depends, but for now, when time is at a premium, you know, these videos and podcasts take time. I'd rather not futz with it, so these have been kind of a godsend for me to kind of quickly get those covers out and replaced with something that will not harm, potentially harm the spider. And there's another one. And it looks like somebody sent extra. I did try to legitimately just buy them. And that's the thing, when I do reviews, I have a thing about accepting free stuff because, of course, if you get something for free, you're going to want to give it a good review. For me, it's always been about some plexiglass, and the plexiglass that goes in it, plexiglass, plexiglass. For me, it's always been about being genuine, and if I'm going to talk about something, it's going to be something that I spent my own money on, which is why I try to order from places legitimately. Sometimes I even do it from a secret, my old business account that I have from eBay that people don't know it's me, so then I can kind of get a taste for what is the customer service like, what is the product like, and not have to feel beholden to somebody because I got something for free. But this is something I'm really excited to show off because I do use them. They've become very, very integral to me, saving a lot of time as far as setting up my spiders, because I do want to set up some kind of nicer enclosures later with plants and stuff in them, and those will involve the Terra, so I want to make sure I have these to be able to do it. And there are the directions. There is also a video that I will put on the end of this one. I believe hopefully it's a YouTube video so I can connect right to it, but there's a video that shows you how to assemble them. They're really not that bad. The only issue I've ever had with it is the pegs can be a little bit tricky to get in at first, but once you get them in, it locks into place firmly, and the covers are very, very sturdy. So there you go. These are the Tinker frames, I believe they're originally called. I don't know. She's got a website now. Originally, it was you could get to them on Facebook, and then I believe she created an Etsy account. Well, the last time I went to order some for this order, I found out they had their webpage. It was very easy to order. It was shipped immediately and amazingly came with I ordered in 2 days. It was on my doorstep, which is great because it is the weekend, and I'm hoping to have some time to do some rehousing. So there we go. Love these things myself personally. So these are about $10 if you're being wise and price shopping on Amazon and picking up your Terra Nanos when they're cheaper. I have picked up the 8x8 cubes for like $25 before, and I've picked up the larger ones for around $30, the talls. Then extra $10, it just makes them so easy to just right out of the box you can use them. But again, understand if people don't want to spend that kind of money. The larger frames are a little more pricey. But again, if you're spending, $75, $85, $100 on the actual enclosure, I find it to be a good investment to get a really nice looking top for it. And that's the other thing about the ones you do yourself. They sometimes don't look as pretty, but really nice looking top, and the convenience is fantastic. So there we go. I love these. For people who aren't interested, totally understand. For people that I've been commenting every time I put one of these in a video and show one of those tops off, everybody emails or messages and says they want to know where I got them. Here's where I got them, and I would definitely encourage you to check them out. Voila. All right, so here are some of the custom lids in action with some of the recent spiders that I've rehoused into Terras that I've used these for. So just to show you, plus we've got, no, she went away. We had my Velocipes over here a moment ago who was out and about. I think I startled her with the lights, but she has since gone in. But anyway, there is one of the covers in place with some poo on the top, of course. You see the vents in the front. Nice clear glass and viewing area there, and obviously the Terras have the vents under the door. And then over here we have the legendary, infamous OBT. This was the enclosure I set up a while back. We did a rehousing and a husbandry video on her, and she has done some webbing. So this is also a little update for some of these guys. And this is my P Arboricola that just molted, because I can see the molt right in there. And this one here you can see is the smaller nano cover, and it's got vents here, and it's got vents up here, and then obviously the clear viewing area. And we'll go around, poke around the back here and see if we can't see any of these guys. The Arboricola is down in her burrow. The OBT, this is why I love when people talk about how crazy they are, because mine, as soon as I picked up her enclosure, she's hid in her burrow. But this is when we did the rehousing. We were talking about, I was hoping that she would come back here and web this area and make it her burrow, and she has done just that. So usually I can find her sitting right in here. The entrance to the burrow is over here, and if I drop crickets in, she'll come up, grab the crickets, and retreat back into her burrow. And then this is obviously the Velocipes, a little update on her. She's been doing great. She has started using, I mean, we're not gonna be able to see it, but she is inside the cork bark. She has a burrow. She has dug down into, she went into the cork bark, dug down underneath, and has a burrow that kind of goes under here towards the front. But when I disturb her, a lot of times she'll come out, scramble around, go around the plants, go around the whole enclosure, and then shoot back in there, which is what she did. I was hoping we'd get some images of her because this is one of the most elusive spiders I've ever had. However, since rehousing her into this new enclosure, she's been doing great, and I've been seeing her out and about much more. So that is a look at the tops in action. Again, I find them to be very convenient, and for anybody that doesn't mind spending a little extra money above and beyond what they're already spending to have more expensive premium enclosures for their tarantula collection, I think you'll find them well worth it. And for folks who like to do it themselves or don't want to spend the extra money, completely understand. There's obviously other alternatives, and I will be working on a video that shows how to replace the screen yourself in the future. So again, not to harp on the point, but if you're not interested in these, totally understand. If you're a do-it-yourself type and just have no problem with replacing the screens, again, I've done that many times myself. Awesome. This is for folks who might not know these are out there that might be willing to spend the money on them. Some of us get to a point in our collections that we're not buying as many tarantulas and we start upgrading the enclosures, and therefore we have a little extra money to spend on things like these. But if you don't, totally understandable. So again, for folks that are interested, by all means, hop on the website, check it out, see if they'll work out for you. That will do it for this one. As always, if you liked it enough to subscribe, very much appreciated. You can click the little circle right up there. If you'd like to check out more videos, see what I'm about, you'll find them over here. I will put the assembly instructions in one of these, probably this one down here. So folks who want to see how they go together before they order can check that out. That'll do it for this one. As always, guys, stay safe, and we'll catch you all next time. Oh yeah, and I do respond to all comments. Forgot that.